Not So Daft Gamecraft, where I have a cold. So I don't want to reveal too much here too quickly. I have been doing a ton of digging. I was going to film it. I did. I was going to try and make a video out of it and the creation of the fort, etc. It is a lot of video. It would have been several hours even edited. I'm in the middle of trying to chop down the video you're about to start seeing of me digging out the foundations of our property here to light it up. I think even compressed and sped up, it's several minutes, and that's no fun to watch. So there's a lot of ways to light a place, and over time, if you put enough buildings into your facility, pathways, decorative lighting, you can keep spawning from happening. But until that happens, spawning becomes a pain, a significant pain. So rather than try and populate this place with buildings, which is what we did in Daftsville, I had buildings everywhere. I went with the notion that we're in the Mesa. We've got these Hopi Mesa Den type structures pocketing into the walls. We're going to build a church, and then I'm going to do just some simple stuff. We have space, but that doesn't mean I need to fill it up, because we'll end up with several hundred villagers. I don't want to do that. So I thought we'll light from below. Slabs allow light through them. So you can place a torch. I'll show you that right now. You can place a torch under a slab and then have light come through. And so I had to get rid of 2 layers of soil around the entire facility, inside every building, lay down a field of torches. I tried to do it nice. I tried to have a pattern, but it just wasn't working. And cap it all with slabs of different kinds, which required a lot of sand gathering too. And unlike sand, the white colored sand normal to most deserts, where you have 5 or 6 layers of sand, and you just sit there to your heart's content and gather sand. We have the red sand, the Mesa, and it usually is only 1 layer deep. So it's a bit of a chore. And I want to show you the fruits of the labor. Well, I guess I want to show it to you now. Okay, do this slowly. We're on the watchtower, which I built out of birch that I skinned so that there's some contrast, because there's a lot of spruce wood here, and that becomes a bit oppressive after a while. That little tower over there is one of our video tower positions, and this is what we started with. This basic walled-in territory. Remember, I did the walls just to ensure that mobs stay on one side, and I'm still finding places where that doesn't work. But what we have now is this. Oh, speaking of places where it doesn't work, oh no, that's right, he's okay up there. He can't get in. So we built a fort with 4 primary turrets. And to get a better look, why don't we go back up to that tower? Before I forget, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. Notification bell is king. Go ahead, get notified. There's some Hopi Mesa Den type housing over there. Our curtain wall. The larger Hopi Mesa building there. Everything is about 60% complete. I'm going to put the church right around here. I'm thinking it probably will be a facade. I'm not certain how much I want to put into it. I was going to do something very simple. And I might want to do something very simple. The more I think about it, I don't need to practice building big structures. I've done that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to make it out of white concrete so it really pops. And so if I have enough white concrete, okay. That right there, with the big square chimney, is our original hut that used to be in that position. I just built a new structure around it, gave it a little sort of a shed building on the side here, just for some variation and not to make the building too big. We're going to put in a saloon, an Old West style saloon somewhere. Probably, I don't know, maybe outside the walls. I haven't thought about it too much. We got sheep because we need beds. One thing I learned was never bring villagers in until you have a lot of places for them to live, and you have beds, and you have profession blocks. That way they go right to being villagers. Otherwise they get frustrated and they don't behave normally. That's our lookout tower. It's supposed to look like stripped logs, which I guess it does. Looks like I have a misplaced roof piece there. And then some other platform towers around us. I am probably gonna get rid of this tower now because I don't know that we need to come back up here again. Okay, let's take a look inside one of these watchtowers. Pretty basic build. Not a lot going on up here, to be honest with you, and it doesn't have any purpose. And so there's not going to be beds or anything up here. They all four look like this. The floors are illuminated below. No sense in visiting any other towers. We're going to add windows, but I'm going to get myself some yellow stained glass. I think it'll look better. I've decided to add windows where I can to the Hopi Mesa houses and use colored glass for that. This will be probably a space for someone to have a bed in. Another little rooftop lookout space. I'm thinking of trying something along the lines of fence type spike looking things here, and we may connect the towers with a wall walk. Trying to stay Old West though. These are little tiny Hopi huts. Really not much going on with them yet. This is our larger Hopi house. This will give you an idea. I threw away twice this much. Again, not a lot going on here. There goes the sun. Let's take a look down below. Oh, yeah, that sand, I didn't realize what that was. I put that sand there to hold up cactuses. So this is what it looks like underneath. 2 blocks high, slab occupies, of course, half of the second block. You could do this with glowstone, but it would take a lot of glowstone. It would probably be more effective, since I suspect I may still get spawning. You can see there is an attempt at a pattern. It's not perfect. Okay, that is true in every one of these buildings.
Hey man, I'm just minding my own business. Why you gotta shoot me?
And they aren't finished yet. I'm gonna try and touch them up a little. They are all 3 blocks tall, and that allows for beds and for the villagers to be able to get out of bed. I learned that lesson the hard way on the last village because I had a lot of villagers die. And look, I gotta take care of these sheep. Lots of space back here. I was thinking of doing a market. I just don't know how to make it look like a market. So I'll have to look into what a market stall looks like. Smaller Hopi house here. This one has the stairwell. Little back room. So we have these fire pits. I don't know if villagers will come up here. I'm gonna give them every reason to want to with beds and stuff, but I don't really want to risk them, like, if they start walking off these ledges. Hey there, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. What the?
I'm not certain how far a villager will go, if they'll drop down 2 blocks or not. I think they might. And I suppose I'll just, extend that curtain wall there. There you go. Let's go see the house. We have a couple small spaces like this that go up. Kind of more lookout stuff. Probably not going to put anything in here. There's a little one over here which we will treat like a house, I think. It's awfully tiny. But we'll see. The 2 towers over there are identical. Here's our house. So we did not change this tunnel position, so if you have in your head a memory of the tunnel position, well, it's exactly there. And we have our bed. Okay, the next time you see this, I think we'll have figured out what we're going to do with the gates, what we're going to do about the wall walk, and I think the church should probably be up, and maybe the saloon. That is it for today. As you can see, a lot got done. There's a lot left to do. All right, thank you for watching Not So Daft Gamecraft. I have been Goseb. You've been great.